Cock 45 here. Hello, Gong Club members. Appreciate your all support more than you know, because you don't have to do this, do you? You don't have to throw in a buck or 5 or 10 or whatever it is you throw in, and we appreciate that. We really do. That's going above and beyond the call of duty, right? So appreciate you all a lot. Haven't done it enough for you, actually. We try to give you some behind the scenes occasionally and early looks at videos and that sort of thing. And thought what I would do today is let you know that I'm going to do a shooting the breeze, and you'll be the first to know that I'm going to do it right here with a gun. I'm going to scare people. I'm going to have a gun, maybe fire it in shooting the breeze. I just thought for something different I would do shooting the breeze at the shooting table, right? And maybe take a couple of shots. So it's kind of a glimpse of just me out on a Saturday afternoon, which it is, taking a few shots and yakking. I'm still going to yak. It's not a shooting video. I'm going to yak at you. Otherwise, it'd be a shooting video. Okay, would call it infield, 1858 infield. But no, it's a shooting the breeze. So I don't do something a little different. Thought I was in the mood to shoot this old, this reproduction. I hadn't shot in a long time. I have been fortunate and have picked up a couple of original, Civil War rifles, as you've seen probably. And I kind of neglected my reproduction model that I really like. I'd forgotten how much I do like it, how well it shoots, and it's neat loading it. I've just been shooting it here, and it's so simple to swab out the bore, between shots if you want to. There's no pitted, pits or anything, and easier to keep clean, and I'd kind of forgotten about that. So just like an original would be if the year was 1863 or 4 or 5, right? But it was kind of neat to get it out, even though it's hot. It's really hot and humid today, but I don't care. You know how I perspire. My shirt's wet. I stay soaked in the summer. Don't worry about it. Get outside and do whatever I need to do. I'm not going to be housebound. So yeah, so here I am, and I'm going to do this tonight. Been shooting this thing. Don't tell anybody I'm having a cigar, so you guys get inside information. That's going out on me, I guess. And there's no black powder. It's way over there. Okay, so don't anybody get alarmed. I've got a muzzleloader out here, and I've got a cigar. It's not even burning now, apparently. Now, I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking root beer. I drink mostly water these days, but with a cigar, I like something a little sweet. And but I'm pretty much off caffeine. Have been for over a month now. And I can tell the difference, so I'm gonna try to maintain that. So what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's a video we did. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It's been 6 years ago, I guess, where I had before the video, I didn't take the cozy off the table, and I had a drink like that in it. I don't know, I think it was a Diet Coke, and top sticking out. And I mean, there must have been 50 comments on that video about me drinking beer while I'm shooting. I guess it shows you how many naive people or very young people watch your videos or something. I don't. You tell me what it is. I don't know. But even if I were dumb enough to be out, and I could do that out here in my own range, I guess I could come out here and have 3 or 4 bottles of beer. Glass of wine, be shooting. Nobody would know. They'd be pretty dumb to do that. I mean, don't ever do that. But even if I were that stupid, I hope I wouldn't be stupid enough to do it on camera and have a beer sitting here. So most of those comments I couldn't even react to. Like, what do you say to somebody that thinks you're actually drinking a beer while you're? Of course, probably a lot of people just kidding around. But as we know, there's a lot of gullibility out there, right? The gullibility factor is high. I mean, I'm kind of an expert in that. I taught school for a long time, and I tested people's gullibility quite often, as you can imagine, as I do sometimes on camera. I discovered there's a high level. The factor is pretty strong out there. But so, I mean, for that reason, you got to be careful what you joke about, don't you? To some extent, I mean, even I have my limits. I'll never forget one time I won't say where it was or anything, but I was teaching, and I always kept a bottle of water, like I got one over here, to drink out of. You're talking all day, and just keep a bottle of water on my desk, and sip and everything, and every now and then, and I occasionally would make a crack about, oh man, you guys drive me crazy. I need a shot of vodka, take a drink, kidding, they knew I was kidding, of course, but well, I hope they did. There's probably some little girl or boy went home, Daddy, did you know Mr. So-and-so, he drinks vodka in class? But, a few years later or sometime around then, I got wind of, and I was in middle school, teaching middle school at that time, and that they actually caught a high schooler with a water bottle with some kind of whiskey in it or gin or something in it, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'll never say that again. Not that I'm the reason he did it or anything. He may not have been in my class, but I guess I'll cut out the jokes like that. Even I have my limits, I love a good joke or a prank, but not if it's going to, if it's really going to hurt somebody, or if it's going to really cause somebody grief, really hurt their feelings, some people are looking for a reason to have their feelings hurt, right? They're going to find some reason to be upset or their feelings hurt. That's their goal in life and all that. So I'm not talking about those people, but sometimes you don't think you can say something you maybe shouldn't say and all that. But anyway, I have a pretty good filter, pretty good monitor on myself. I think teaching for 29 years, in a situation where, well, almost any situation teaching, you can't just say anything you want to, and a big joke comes to mind, a really good joke, but it's a little off color, or maybe way off color, or something that's just, oh man, it would be such a great joke at this moment. Get away, wasp. But you just can't. You have to refrain from that, and so you develop a pretty good filter. You just do, because oh man, even I'm pretty good at it. I don't think I ever said a curse word when I was teaching the whole time. I have a pretty good filter. Not that I curse a lot anyway, but I just never, just in videos, I've never, again, we want the family friendly. We want youngsters to watch our videos, and we want to keep them, whatever, G-rated, PG-rated, whatever. And again, off camera, I'm not trash mouth either. But, I almost lost track of where I was going with that, but yeah, I was going to say that there were a couple of times where I said something, it wasn't cursing or anything, in class, but yeah, twice I can remember. That's all I can think about. They come to mind. I won't bore you with them now, where I said something that was really not not out there really, but anything you say, it comes back to you. Somebody says something to mommy or daddy, and maybe it wasn't anything that even bothered them. They didn't think anything about it. They thought it was funny or something, but where mommy and daddy weren't in the classroom and didn't hear the way it was said or something, so things have a way of bouncing back at you, so you had to be pretty careful about that. But anyway, how did I get off on that? What I'm going to do, as I said, is just have a little shooting mixed in with the Shooting the Breeze. And you're the first to know about it, provided I get this posted tonight, okay? Or before the Shooting the Breeze, because I'm going to go ahead and do a Shooting the Breeze here in a little bit while I'm shooting. I've been shooting this thing, and as far as behind the scenes stuff, I don't know. This is kind of what I do on a weekend or any time. So especially if it's a cloudy day and there's no sun, I can get out here and enjoy a muzzle loader. Maybe have a cigar or bring whatever out, of course. I have a couple of firearms, as you know. And I don't always put the leather down. Lots of times I don't put leather down. I thought I'd put it down today since I'm going to, do this, and then we'll do Shooting the Breeze here. And this is the old leather. You might recognize that, the original piece we used for years and years. And then we got some dressier, cowhide. That piece that we use most often now, you probably know which one I'm talking about. I've got about 3 of them now, but one of them is just a beautiful, brown. It's a Brazilian cowhide, and I bought it from a guy at the flea market in Nashville. He sets up every weekend and has, not every weekend, every month, and has, man, tons of those things. And And I was looking for just something bigger than this. That was my goal. It's hard to find a big piece of leather or cowhide or deer skin that'll cover this entire table, because this one doesn't do it. You'll notice you can't see it all right now, but it just covers about 3/4 of it. And I finally had to go to cowhide to get one that big, and I didn't realize there were some beautiful cowhide leather out there. And I didn't want just the old Holstein. If you know what a Holstein is, the black and white with black spots, and the cow. Okay, that might look a little too, I don't know. It's like the Texas shooting table. Although Holsteins are almost more, at least they used to be, more of a Eastern, I guess, cow. I don't know. Because we had some when I was young, had a few. And my grandfather had a huge milking operation up in Kentucky. They milked, my mother and their brothers and sisters, and there were a lot of them, they milked 50 cows by hand every morning and every night. 50. He had about 500 acres, and he had all these cows, and they raised tobacco, they did everything. So man, they worked from sun up to sundown. But all of his were Holsteins, and my uncles and everything. So maybe I've got a mental block against that. I just didn't want that as the shooting table background. It looks better if it's something kind of even, like a one color sort of thing anyway. But on that Brazilian cowhide we use, every time I look at that and put some gorgeous guns on it, I'm reminded, man, that's just beautiful. That's just really beautiful. So anyway, that's strictly for the camera, And I try not to get it out if I'm going to, like I might have gotten that out today, but I don't want to get like ballast or oil on it and black powder residue mess. Shooting black powder can be messy, and I don't want to mess those up. So I don't know. That was pretty irrelevant, wasn't it? So anyway, behind the scenes stuff, kind of what we're doing here. So I may repeat some of this in the shooting the breeze, because me, I'm just yakking about stuff, but that's what we're going to do. And I don't know if people like it or don't like it. They'll let me know, right? So I better shut up and be thinking about doing a shooting the breeze here. I'm going to take a few shots again first, because the lighting is perfect for shooting, and I need to shoot. I haven't shot much. I was out of town this week. John's in Hawaii, and I was up in Kentucky for a few days, and I've been in a few gun shops, but I've not taken any shots until today with this baby. So anyway, appreciate you guys over there, you Gun Club members, a great deal. Just appreciate your support. So please continue, and I will be yakking at you further, and John's back, I think, in 2 days, and we'll try to remember on most videos that we do to do a little something before or after, give you all some more behind the scenes stupidity that we're up to. Okay, so you take care. Life is good.